We've all been there, right? You're trying to learn something new, maybe a language, and you just feel this wave of information overload. It feels like you have to learn everything at once.
Exactly. And the instinct is always to add more. More books, more apps, more flashcards. But what if the real shortcut wasn't about adding more, but about looking at what's already there?
Okay, I'm listening.
Our deep dive today is all about that. We look at a whole stack of material that suggests the most repetitive, maybe even the most boring part of your life, your daily routine, is actually your best, fastest learning tool.
That's such a brilliant way to frame it.
Yeah.
So our mission today then is to pull out those simple, super useful phrases that describe, your actual day. We're going to prove that your own life is the best teacher you've got.
It really is. And the core idea we found in the sources is that when you can talk about your life, what you ate for breakfast, how you get to work, you stop translating in your head.
You bypass the internal dictionary.
You do. You just speak. The words become yours.
Mm,
They feel natural because they are your reality.
I love that distinction. It's moving from just performing a language to actually owning it. So to make this as practical as possible, we structure this chronologically. We'll start with the morning,
The morning blueprint. Then we'll move into the commute and work day.
and then the evening, winding down, and we'll wrap it all up with some really powerful practice tips to make it all stick.
Sounds good. Let's jump in right at the beginning, the moment your eyes open.
The morning. Love it or hate it, it's where every day begins. And the research is clear. Getting the language right for the morning really sets the tone for your confidence for the rest of the day.
And the very first phrase, one that trips up so many people, is just, I wake up.
So simple, but so important.
It is. We're talking about that moment you go from sleeping to being awake. In natural English, you don't say, I wake or I am waking. It's that clean phrasal verb, I wake up.
Right. And from there, you can immediately make it your own, like I wake up at 7 or I wake up early if I have a meeting. You're already using it in real context.
Right. So what about that little bit of time after you wake up, but before you actually, move?
The negotiation phase. Yes,
Mhm.
the sources called this thinking time. And the language here is linguistic gold. Simple things like, I stay in bed for a few minutes.
Or even smaller actions. I stretch my arms and legs.
I yawn a little. I take a deep breath. These little details, they make the story of your morning come alive.
And here's where we need to be precise. The big move. It's, I get out of bed.
Not, I get up from bed.
Exactly. That small preposition makes all the difference between sounding like a textbook and sounding like a native speaker.
Okay, so you're out of bed. Then it's off to the essentials. I go to the bathroom.
And then those super repetitive actions that are perfect for practice. I brush my teeth. I wash my face.
And you can add details so easily. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes, or I wash my face with cold water.
And here's where it gets interesting. It's not just what you do, but why. This is where you start adding feeling. Why cold water?
It wakes me up.
Or, it makes me feel fresh and alert. See, we've just moved from describing to explaining. It's a huge step.
That is a key distinction.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the shower? I know this is another common sticking
A
point.
big one. You always take a shower.
You never make a shower.
Never. And you can add those simple adjectives. Is it a quick shower, a long shower? Or maybe, I like to take a hot shower before bed.
So simple. Okay, once you're clean, you get dressed.
That's the one. I get dressed for work. Or, if you work from home, I usually wear jeans and a t-shirt.
And finally, breakfast. The fuel.
For this, you've got options. I have breakfast or I eat breakfast. Both are 100% correct.
And for so many of us, the real fuel is coffee. I know the sources pointed out a slight preference here.
They did. While I prepare coffee isn't wrong, it's a bit formal. The most common, natural way to say it is, I make coffee.
And if you're like me, you might need this sentence. I can't start my day without coffee.
A truly essential phrase for millions.
All right, morning routine is locked in. Now we're leaving the house.
Yep. And the language is simple. I leave the house at 8 lift. Or, if you're trying to be clever, I leave home early to avoid traffic.
This part is all about the right verb for your transportation, isn't it?
It is. If you're in control, you drive to work or you ride my bike. But if you're a passenger...
You take the bus or take the train.
Exactly. That verb, take, is so important. Then you can describe how long it is. The bus ride takes about 30 minutes.
And this commute time is often when you can sneak in more practice.
For sure. I listen to music on the bus. Or I listen to a podcast while I drive.
Or maybe I read a book on the brain. You're using your downtime productively.
So the journey ends. You arrive at work or arrive at the office, and what's the first thing almost everyone does?
Let me guess. I check my emails.
I check my emails first thing. That little phrase, first thing, is so useful for showing priority.
And for those of us in back-to-back meetings, the language is critical. I have a meeting at 9:06, or I attend a meeting with my team.
And you can describe how long it is. The meeting usually lasts for an hour.
Which brings us to the midday break, lunch.
Simple time markers here. I have lunch at noon, or maybe at 12:30.
And the logistics are part of the story. Do you eat lunch with my colleagues?
Or do you bring my lunch from home? Maybe you buy lunch from a cafe nearby?
And here's another chance to talk about feelings, if you have a really big lunch.
I feel sleepy in the afternoon.
I know that feeling well.
It's such a relatable, honest thing to say. It makes your English sound so much more real.
Which is why you might need to take a short break or take a coffee break.
Absolutely. Then for the afternoon tasks, you use those solid standard verbs. You can state the duration. I work until 5:00.
And then get specific. I make a phone call to a client.
I write a report.
I prepare a presentation. Practicing these makes them automatic.
And notice the slight difference. I work until 5.0 is about you. My workday ends at 5:30 is about your official schedule. Both are perfect.
Okay, the workday is done. Time to head home.
Right. I finish work at 5:00. Then you start the reverse commute. I leave the office and I head home. Head home just sounds a little more natural for the start of the journey.
And when you arrive, the whole mood changes. The language has to show that shift to relaxation.
This is so important, that transition. You don't just start doing chores. First,
I take off my shoes.
yes, and I change into comfortable clothes. That's a huge one.
It signals to your brain that the day is shifting.
Exactly. Then you can sit down and relax for a few minutes or maybe lie on the couch.
Okay, now for dinner. I know learners can get a bit stuck on the verbs here.
The good news is it's pretty simple. In this context, I make dinner, I cook dinner, and I prepare dinner are all basically interchangeable.
So you don't need to worry too much.
Not at all. Make or cook are probably the most common. Just pick one and go with it.
But let's be real. Some nights, cooking is not happening.
Right. And your English needs to reflect modern life. So I order food, or more specifically, I order takeout, or I order delivery. These are high-frequency essential phrases now.
So after you eat, whether it's with my family or while watching TV, there's the cleanup.
The inevitable cleanup. The language is straightforward. I wash the dishes, I clean the kitchen, and the very useful, I put everything away.
Then we get to the good stuff. Free time.
This is where you talk about your hobbies. I read a book for 30 minutes before bed. Or, if you're with people, I spend time with my family.
We talk about our day. Like that one.
It's a great one. Or for exercise, I go for a walk after dinner, or I do yoga before bed. There's a simple English sentence for everything you do.
And finally, we're preparing for sleep. There's a great summary phrase for this.
I get ready for bed. It covers everything. Brushing your teeth again, changing into pajamas, all of it.
But don't forget the most important step.
I set my alarm for the next morning. Definitely don't forget that one.
And then, the final action. You go to bed at 10:00. But the source has made a key distinction here. You don't just sleep.
You fall asleep. It describes that process of drifting off. And we have to be honest, sometimes it's not easy.
Right, so you need the language for that too.
Sometimes I can't fall asleep because I'm thinking too much. That's a perfect, real, and incredibly useful sentence.
Okay, so we've gone through an entire 24-hour cycle using, really simple, clear, everyday English. The power is in that simplicity, isn't it?
It absolutely is. You do not need complex grammar to talk about your whole life. So the question is, how do you make all these great phrases automatic?
This is where the practice accelerators come in. We've got 3. The first is shadowing.
Shadowing is brilliant. It's where you listen to a native speaker like us right now, and you just quietly repeat what they're saying right after them.
You're trying to match the rhythm and the tone, not just the words.
Exactly. It connects your mouth and your brain directly. You're building muscle memory for speaking.
Okay, accelerator number 2 is writing and speaking out loud.
Simple but effective. Write your routine down in a notebook, on your phone, wherever. And then, this is the key, read it out loud.
Wow, out.
Because it connects the written words to your own voice. Your brain processes it in a totally different, much deeper way.
I like that. And the third tip.
Recording yourself. Just use the voice memo app on your phone. Talk about your day for 1 minute. Don't aim for perfection.
And then you listen back.
You listen back. Then do it again a week later. You will hear the progress. You'll be smoother, faster, more natural, and seeing that progress is the best motivation there is.
That's great. So let's boil this all down into 5 essential tips you can use today. Tip number 1, use time words.
These are your signposts. Words like first, then next, after that, finally. They turn a list of sentences into a story. First I wake up, then I make coffee. It just flows.
Love that. Tip number 2, add feelings.
Yes, make it real. I feel tired when I wake up, but after my coffee, I feel more alert. That's not just a description, it's a conversation.
Tip 3, practice every day, even for just 5 minutes.
You're already living the routine, so just talk about it while you're doing it. Describe making breakfast while you're making breakfast.
Brilliant. Tip number 4 is maybe the most important. Don't worry about mistakes.
Oh, for sure. Mistakes are not failures. They are proof that you are learning. If you say, I go to home, just notice it and fix it next time. The goal is communication, not perfection.
And that leads right into the final tip, number 5. Be patient.
Learning is a long game. Every sentence, every mistake, every little bit of practice adds up. You might not feel the progress day to day.
But it's happening.
It's happening.
So we've covered the entire journey from that first alarm all the way to falling asleep. And we've seen that your own life gives you all the material you will ever need for powerful practice.
And the final takeaway from all our research was this beautiful idea. One day you're just going to wake up and realize, wow, I can talk about my day in English without thinking. I can just do this.
That cumulative effect is so powerful. So we'll leave you with this question. What one small 5-minute thing can you do in your routine today, this afternoon, tonight, to start accelerating your learning?
Start small and let your life be your guide. Until next time, keep practicing.
Keep speaking. Your English is getting better every single day.